Welcome back. We finally got around to chopping silage. Actually, we've been at it for a few hours today, but since we got the kinks worked out, well, it's time to give everybody a sneak peek of how this works. Oh, I'm sure we've done 7-8 loads already. Didn't get started until like 3. But it was out busy delivering pumpkins. So we're getting back to it. Using the lovely TC.30 New Holland pull wagons. This is the International number 51. It's been around a while, like many things on this farm, but it functions, and we usually don't have to repair it too often. So that is great. And most of all, it is paid for. Now, I love using a little TC. It's great. It's plenty small. I don't have to worry about getting in the way because I got a bit of a curve here to get up to the blower. That's where the disc was parked and left. We haven't moved it yet. Part of the reason why I haven't moved it yet is that it blew a tire just sitting there. Granted, when I bought it, it had car tires, but we just stuck with that. Now, this wagon is a bit more fun to line up because I don't have a chute to fold down. I gotta be a little closer. However, it is much lighter than that green monster. Lock the brake. Probably leave it at an idle. The blower's set from the last load. I had a few problems, and Dad, well, he beat me back here before I got to the field. Now, what I love about this is that it's a dependent PTO. It's dependent on the clutch. So I got to shove the clutch in to pull the lever, and I can do this very, very slowly, even though I don't have the PTO hooked up yet. Oh, it's lovely. Plus, I have to use the clutch. I can spin the PTO to get this lined up. So all I'm doing all day is hooking up PTO shafts and taking them off. So very smooth. Now, I didn't have to move this lever. That lever controls, there's a deflector in the top of the silo. When the lever's down, it's shooting it across. When the lever is up, it's keeping it close, so lets the flap go down. So the red wagon's been shooting across, and the green wagon's been keeping it close. Oh, shit. Now, I do hate that this thing has a belt, because the belt doesn't grab onto the silage to save its life. It's great having a new blower with the safety lever there. Finally upgraded that a few years ago. Yeah, get out of here. this wagon's problem is if you get too much above this beater, it falls down, gets wedged in here, and the belt is too smooth. It doesn't really grip the silage. It's just the silage gets lucky it's sitting on the belt. What I would give for a newer wagon. I think we got all that loose, I hope. Let's try this again. Oh, that's the other thing. Under here, way back, this guy somehow jumps out of place. You can see, hope you can see right there, that little clutch. It's a pain in the butt. So you gotta turn the shaft back. I'll go over. There. Now the reason that does that is that this PTO will turn freely. While there is a little bit of force coming back from the wagon, especially the bed, the ratchet for the bed, that it'll pop the PTO back and it'll push that clutch assembly apart. And like you see, it wasn't a piece of poop. It wasn't pushed together. These last two loads have been hell. I just gotta keep from getting the pitchfork eaten and we'll be okay. I have lost a couple pitchforks doing this with the beaters there. Come on. There's it out there. What the hell? The belt's not wanting to move. What the hell? Come on, belt. There we go. Come on. You got it. You got it. Come on, belt. There we go. A little bit more. Yeah. It's that conveyor belt. There's already a bunch of shit underneath the belt, like corn. A lot of corn, actually. And it was clean to start the day. Yeah. sitting at idle, don't need to move too fast. Now if you look in this hole real close, you can see little bits of corn. And somehow they get in there, and then the piece of metal that belt runs across, they get stuck underneath it. Then it creates more friction for the belt, and it won't turn if you get too much weight on top of it. That's why I like the green wagon. It has a chain instead of the belt, so nothing can get underneath. Well, it's always underneath. I've seen some wagons that have augers. I think that's a fantastic idea. But those points will sure wreck your day if you get too involved with them. Simple ratchet mechanism to move the floor. Right now we're only moving one tooth at a time. This wagon will do up to 2. There's a setting to do like 3, but I've never been able to get the lever on the front to go up all the way into that position. Now we're getting quite a bit done today. Dad and I are chopping silage, Brad's spreading manure, and it's been a good day of productivity. Now this is a bit of a rough idea because the silage can get in that gear sometimes. The silo we're filling is 16 by 55. It's a decent sized silo. We put it up in 2008. That's about 8 years old. Still looks pretty shiny new. No issues. Our old 10 by 40, as Dad calls it, a Tin Lizzie. That fell down. So we replaced it a year later and went twice the, actually almost 3 times the capacity.